Hey, SallyBC here, and today I'm doing a video on the Transformers Wolf Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Deluxe Scorponok. So here he is in his Scorpion mode. Just like all the other recent Beast Wars figures, this is much more realistic than it is show accurate. But there is a lot of kibble in this mode. So much, in fact, that looking at it from underneath, it just doesn't look complete. For articulation, there's a swivel here. It can go outwards slightly. There's also a bend here, a swivel here, a bend here, a swivel at the claw, and the claws can open. There is a hinge at the entire leg assembly, but that's more for transformation. A ball joint at the front leg, the back leg, and the two middle legs are together. There is a hinge at the end of the tail, and a ball joint at the stinger. The tail articulation could be much better, but I would prefer if the legs would clip in place and actually didn't move around as much, as it can be difficult to get them flush on the ground. There are 5mm ports in the claws, which are there to store his two accessories. These missiles, which I would have much preferred if there was just only one, since having two joined together just kind of makes them useless. And the Cyber Bee from that one episode. It's actually sculpted and painted quite nicely. For comparison, here is Earthrise Optimus Prime, another Deluxe Arthropod Kingdom Waspinator, Kingdom Leader Megatron, a Lego minifigure, my previous Transformers video, Netflix Nemesis Prime, and Earthrise Optimus Prime. For transformation, start by coming to the tail and just push this out here. Then come underneath and just pull out the other leg. Turn this round and flatten out the foot. Pull this down, turn it around, flatten out the foot. Then you want to turn it around, and there you've got the leg. Then you're going to want to pull this section back so you can fold in this head, and this will fold back up. Move the scorpion legs back. You want to flip up the head, move down the arms. On the back here, there are these two bits sticking out, and you want to get them into these slots here. So just push it in, I'll move it around a bit. Then you can close the chest, turn the arms around, straighten them out, turn around the claw. Then for the scorpion legs, these fold in, fold the tail up, these fold round the tail, and then these last ones just fold up like this. And here is Scorponok in his robot mode. And that transformation kinda sucks. He barely even transforms. And that's one of the reasons why the kibble in beast mode is so offensive. And the scorpion legs, oh, they suck. They're sort of just left up to interpretation. I believe this is the official configuration. I think most people do it like this, because this just seems to be the most intuitive decision, and it gets them sort of out the way. The way I personally like to do it is moving these up like this, then wrapping these legs around it like this, and then having these legs come up here like this. Then the scorpion tail just sits at the back like that. I gotta give credit to the great Soundwave for this. Go check him out and tell him I said hi. The legs do stick out a little more at the top, but I feel it adds to the aesthetic. It feels purposeful, and it is definitely more stable like this. They stay in place. Though sometimes I do like to position these front scorpion legs on the shoulders like this. On top of everything I've just mentioned, he's barely even show accurate. There's obviously the scorpion legs, but there's not really much you can do with that at a deluxe price point. But he's also too squat and wide. The purple is also too, well, purple. It should really be more of a blue. Even the head is quite off. All that being said, I do kind of like the look of this guy. You can still access the missiles and Cyber Bee in his claws, and they are both still as useless. For articulation, there's a pretty limited ball joint at the head just because of the way that it's designed. The arms can go all the way around, this far out using this hinge, and all the way up using this hinge. Elbow bend, bicep swivel, wrist swivel, opening claws, hinge, and hinge at the tail, a ball joint at the stinger, a waist swivel, legs can go forward this far and back this far out, thigh swivel, really deep knee bend, toe down, so you can get more range on one foot than the other since one of them leaves the heel behind due to transformation, and an ankle tilt. The upper body is really basic, but the legs are pretty good. Can't do too much with the tail, unfortunately. For comparison, here is Earthrise Optimus Prime, another Deluxe Arthropod Kingdom Waspinator, Kingdom Leader Megatron, a Lego minifigure, my previous Transformers video, Netflix Nemesis Prime, and Earthrise Optimus Prime. Overall, this figure isn't good. I think some people blow it way out of proportion. It's not atrocious, it's just bad. I would say only get this if it's your only option. Some people would suggest getting the third-party Legends one by Transform Elements, since it's show accurate and only slightly shorter than this guy. Personally, it's a bit too small for my tastes. And the show-accurate Beast mode contrasts a bit with the realistic Kingdom figures. There's also the recent reissue of the original toy, but it's a bit big, and personally, I don't like the way it looks. Finally, there's the toy-coloured one in the Creatures Collide box set. So if you don't care all that much about the colour of the figure, and you want the box set, maybe just go for that. Unfortunately, I care about the colours. But that's about it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, my link in the description, so I guess that's Salut BC out. Next time is a big fish.